Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Irresistible. I'm a manifestation and soul realignment coach. My channel is geared towards helping you align with the highest version of yourself so that you can experience the extraordinary life that is your birthright. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between manifesting through mind and through identity shifting. But before we get started, I want you to know that I currently offer both manifestation coaching and identity shifting coaching. You can find all the details in the description below. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you receive a notification anytime I upload a new video. So let's get started. So what is identity shifting? When it comes to manifesting, many people don't get how it is possible to manifest anything that you want. Because the traditional way of thinking about physical reality is that it is a static reality in which we all exist together and are co-creating together. But it is not quite that way. The way it is working is there is an infinite number of parallel realities that you can experience in any moment in time. And any desire that you have is a spillover from a parallel reality. Now, you don't want to think about parallel reality as a completely different parallel reality where everything about your life is different. Actually, you're constantly shifting into a parallel reality in every single moment. You want to think about every single moment of your life as a snapshot. And it appears to be moving because it's happening so fast. It's in every moment. And in every moment, you are shifting based on what's going on in your thoughts and assumptions, as well as your state of being. So in every moment, you have the opportunity to shift into a more preferred reality. It's based on what you focus on and where you allow your thoughts to go. Granted, of course, there are also some subconscious things going on in our mind that we would need to release when we are observing something that we don't want. That's where you would also need to go a bit deeper. So going into this whole concept of infinite realities, they can be virtually identical with change in one aspect of your life, or it could be multiple aspects, of course. But when we are talking about the fact that there are infinite realities, there really is an opportunity for you to shift into a reality that is more preferred for you. So here there are two ways in which you can do this. It's through traditional manifesting, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then there is through something called identity shifting. So to understand the difference between the two, let's talk about this little list here. Probably before you got into manifesting, you were trying to drive change in your life and improvement through actions and behaviors, which is level 5 here. This is where you are taking action in the 3D, in physical reality. A lot of willpower is oftentimes required for you to create change from this perspective. So let's say you decide you want to quit smoking, or you want to lose weight, or you want to watch less TV. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, you're going to try to create change through physical action. Even boiling down to maybe doing a shift in career, you're going to be doing a lot of hard work here to study and learn and get the results that you want, because that's what you believe you need to do. You believe you need to put in a lot of action in order to get what you want. And of course, because you believe that this is required, you can see some results, but oftentimes it also means that you have to accommodate your beliefs in this space, which means that I need to take a lot of action. And let's say with respect to losing weight, it's putting in a lot of willpower into controlling your eating habits. Now, the problem is our emotions are driving our actions oftentimes, and sometimes you're giving up because of that. So then you will go into some sort of self-help to deal with your emotions, to understand why it is that you feel the way you feel. Sometimes you will go to therapy. This is why you have a lot of people experiencing a lot of depression and anxiety, because of this feel that they cannot control their actions. It's a feeling, right? And they're feeling that there's a lot that they need to do in order to get what they want. So then they end up having anxiety, sometimes they end up having depression, and they're having difficulty dealing with their emotions. And then they try to address the issue at the emotional level by going to a therapist or a psychologist or someone who will help them understand their emotions. Sometimes here they also go into hypnosis, and hypnosis helps them get to the root of the problem, which actually really works. It uncovers what's going on here that is creating this emotion, and sometimes pure awareness is enough to do that. Now, anything that's happening at the emotional level is because there is a corresponding thought and belief that is active. Thoughts and beliefs can be conscious, like the mental diet, the things you're thinking about all the time. You're just going into a place where it's not serving you, worrying, thinking about what could possibly go wrong, thinking about the worst possible scenario. So that can be at an active level. It could also be active conscious level. It could also be at a subconscious level. So at this level, we're talking conscious and subconscious. So that's where you have beliefs. Beliefs are thoughts that you've thought about so much that it's now a belief. You believe that bad things can happen. So you have beliefs here that are also controlling your emotions. These are subconscious, but then sometimes you have beliefs that are unconscious. So the unconscious is at this level. Many of the beliefs you have here and thoughts are driven by a core belief that is unconscious, and oftentimes you have a multitude of beliefs here at subconscious level that are supporting a core belief that is deeply unconscious. So for example, you can say, I don't need a lot of money to be happy. This may stem from an unconscious belief that money is the root of all evil. You might have a bunch of beliefs around money that support that core belief. So the core belief here is the unconscious, and this core belief is driving everything here. So you see, as we move up, you're reaching the root problem. The root problem is here. The root problem is all here. It's the unconscious. Now, it's not so difficult to peel back the layers. You can just, through awareness that this is how it's operating, you can start peeling back the layers. And I always tell my clients, ask yourself this question: what beliefs and assumptions must I be holding on to have manifested this undesired circumstance? I always tell them to do that. And then this can come through awareness. That's why I mentioned in hypnosis, you don't need to process that core belief. You're just releasing it. You're just understanding why it's driving your addictions and your emotions and your thoughts. So they're all coming from that. So it's always one level closer to the root cause. Now, this is where, when it comes to manifesting, you're working at these three levels. And you're working at this level through inspired action. That's why in manifesting, inspired action, because inspired action is coming from here. Inspired action is coming from here. 3D is here. It's composed of physical form as well as emotions, because emotions are tied to the body. They come along with the physical body. So we're talking 3D here. 4D is here. 4D is the mental space. And 5D is here. So in manifesting, whenever you experience inspired action, it's coming from here, okay? That's why taking physical action, trying to force things, if you're doing it from this place without addressing all of these, it's hard. It's harder, right? You need to release these and then allow the inspiration to come to you. This is where manifesting is working. When you're talking about manifesting through mind, that's what we're calling manifesting through mind. You're working on this space. You're working on this space, but also controlling the space, because that's when we say circumstances don't matter. Don't react, circumstances don't matter. This is what we're telling you to control here. And so when you're manifesting, it's always about peeling back the layers and understanding what assumptions you're holding on to that have created that experience. and then that's how you manifest. When it comes to identity shifting, it is a completely different way of doing things. Identity shifting has to do with the concept of infinite realities being there. So there is in quantum mechanics the theory of there is no physical reality separate from the observer, which means that everything you're experiencing in your physical reality is there because you are there observing it. It's an illusion, and everyone in your reality is a supporting actor in this physical reality. And going along with that, there are infinite realities with infinite observers. The observer is here at this level. So you are here as the observer, and this is how you're creating, and you're identified with this reality. When it comes to identity shifting, you're shifting from your current observation, your current reality, to another reality. You are literally moving into a parallel dimension, surpassing the mind altogether. So in manifesting, you're working with the mind. In identity shifting, you're surpassing the mind altogether and going into, not just going, but aligning with a physical reality. And here in manifesting, you need to align with the new identity, but you're finding it difficult because of these two here that keep showing up and keep reminding you that you don't have what you want. So this is where you completely surpass the physical mind and go into the soul, the spirit within you, the observer, this consciousness, what we call consciousness. So consciousness is you shifting into a parallel reality, and not just shifting, aligning with it. That's how you manifest through identity shifting. And I will be talking about how to do identity shifting in another video. I will link it below. When you get this, you realize how every parallel reality is available to you, whether you do it through mind or whether you do it through identity shifting. Both ways, it is available to you. You can shift very fast. It can happen within hours to days when you practice releasing the resistance. I do talk about that in that video, identity shifting, which I've linked above, and I've also linked in the description below. So please do watch that. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot to me and it would help my channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and please do leave me a comment below if you have any questions.